the News Channel 5 network, this is MorningLine.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on MorningLine. Nick Beres here on a Tuesday. Good show on tap for you. I know I mentioned it yesterday, and so I expect things to get busy today as we talk about Social Security. It's our regular Social Security program this morning. Taking your calls on SSI, disability, the process. Where are you right now? Do you need an attorney as you go through this? Do you just want to ask a general question about Social Security? The cost of living increase, we'll hit that as always for you. And open up the phone lines. Mary Elena already has the number up there, 737-7587. If you want to join us with our guest, it's not me, even though I've been doing this long enough that I can answer a lot of your questions, but I'm going to defer to the experts this morning, all right? So please call in, or expert. James Shanks, good morning.
Nick, good to be here.
You're here on your own.
I am.
I mean, Josh Horn's no longer here.
I'm looking around for him. I don't see him.
Listen, you know you've been doing a topic for a while when I can now say we've gone through 3 very good public information officers and folks. You know, we had Daryl Payne for years.
Legend.
You know of him. You like that. Terrific. He's a good guy. Amen. You're going to fit right in. And then we had Josh Horn, of course, who's still at Social Security, but has kind of some other duties he's dealing with. And it's good of you now to be the new face of the agency here locally.
So we're happy to be here. It's a good show, and get some, at least most of the questions answered anyway. The ones I don't know, you know.
Well,
so we should be in great shape.
Between the two of us, we'll get that going. And if not, we'll take the information down. And the good thing, and I always appreciate this, it started with Daryl, Josh would do, and you as well. If we have someone who calls in with an issue that maybe we just can't address here, or you need to check some background records, we can take your number. And it would be good of you to, on your own time when you get back at work, to maybe check it out. Sure, so we do that as well. So listen, the lines are open. Jump in if you have questions, comments, but I always like to start before we get to that just with, I see you brought some stuff with you. I didn't know if there's anything you wanted to throw out there at the top, new or reminders that are important right now.
I will throw out something that's a little new. This came out last week. CMS. Center for Medicaid Services has announced that Medicare premiums will remain the same in 2015. So they have been frozen, $104.90.
Do those typically then, I guess, each year with inflation and everything else go up a degree? I mean, is that rare when it's frozen?
No, they've been frozen before.
During the bad economy times when the cost of living increases didn't happen.
Usually the increases are just very slight.
Okay.
And then actually, I believe it was 2010 that they went down. Went from $115 down to this $109 premium we're at now. So they can go either way. And yes, it's based on cost of living adjustments and things like that, which is a perfect segue to the cost of living adjustment, right? All right.
Now, there was one, but small?
Tomorrow is the official announcement.
Oh, listen, see, you're getting it here first, even though I know some of this is already leaked out. So go ahead.
And I'm not going to officially release anything because we don't know yet because the official announcement hasn't been made. However, most major news media outlets have reported that it should be expected to be less than 2% and in the neighborhood of 1.7%. COLA increase for Social Security recipients in 2015.
Okay.
We'll see if that holds true. Official announcement comes out tomorrow. And like I said on the last show, once it does, of course, it's going to hit all the major news media outlets. And you'll report it. Yeah. Right?
Oh, we'll report it. And you're right. Some of that leaked out that they thought it was. And I don't know. I haven't gone back over prior years. And I know a few years back when the economy was in the tank, they froze it. So what's a typical? I mean, is 1.7%? Is that kind of a smaller compared to in the past?
What the news will report on is that this is the 3rd year in a row we've had less than 2% increase. Okay. The last time we had over 2% was in 2011. It was 3.6% COLA increase. Now, former to that in 2009, 2010, it was zero.
Okay.
Now, which was unprecedented at the time. Now, 2008, it was 5.8%.
See, for a series of years there, from 2008 and prior to that, people, and I think a lot of retirees became accustomed to almost budgeting for what they anticipated to be at least a 5% cost of living increase in their Social Security. Then all of a sudden, boom, the bad economic times hit 9 and 10, nothing. And that's when they did freeze CMS, the Medicare, right, premiums. They froze those. Do you think that's one reason, since the increase is only going to be, as you say, 1.7, that they've frozen it again this year on the premiums?
I believe it is a factor.
I think they take those into account. Because those 2 years, I know when it was zero, they froze it. And there were no increases.
Well, if your check's not going to go up very much.
Right.
but your insurance is, as we all know, that's like taking a pay cut.
Oh,
So,
same thing. So, all right, so wanted to hit that early on for you guys. It looks like tomorrow we'll know officially, but 1.7% increase, and I've got to be honest with you, I'm not sure that's something I would even notice in my paycheck. And I know when you're counting pennies, you notice it, but it's not going to be a lot.
it comes to about $20 per check on average.
Well, that's something. But yeah, just so you know, that's where it'll be. All right, the number 737-7587. Anything else? Those are two good things to hit on. Didn't know if there's anything else to hammer on at this point. Is everything back open in Clarksville?
Yes.
There was a sinkhole incident there.
There was. Clarksville was closed for about a week and a half due to some issues with the parking lot. The repair crew got out there, got that repaired. They're back open. Of course, when something like that happens, and it's important to mention, service doesn't stop. This is why we encourage people to file online. This is why we encourage people to file over the phone. You don't always have to go into the office to have service, although it is a nice option to have. So we hope the service interruption wasn't too bad, and now they're back open full time, and we don't expect any future trouble.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you, Clarksville, as we know, it's like a sinkhole waiting to happen. It's Swiss cheese underneath there, but all right, I thought that was interesting. It was news transcending Social Security, where you had a hole in your parking lot. All right, listen, the phone line's open. We've got a couple calls already coming in. You know it gets busy as the show continues. So before we take our first break, let's squeeze in. Start off with Michael. Michael, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
Very well.
Good, Mike. What's on your mind?
My mom passed away in January of this year.
Okay.
I was wondering, how do I get her death benefits? Okay, the $255 to help with the burial.
Good. I'm sorry for your loss, and that's right. We've talked about that before. A death benefit. Is there a timetable by which you have to seek that?
There is a timetable, and it's 2 years.
Okay.
So you're within that period. I would encourage you to call your 1-800 number, it's 1-800-772-1213. Schedule an appointment to be seen to receive that benefit. If you're on her record drawing a benefit already, then often that benefit can be paid to you without a separate application being taken. However, if you're not receiving any type of benefit on her record, you'll need to go in and file over the phone. They'll set you up an appointment and tell you what you need to do. But you're looking at a 15-minute process tops. It's a very easy application to complete. And then they'll just ask for your banking information and directly deposit that money into your account.
Sound good?
Is there any way of doing it online?
I do not believe the lump sum death payment is payable online yet. Now, I could be mistaken because we update what we can do online at all times. There's no reason you shouldn't check. If you just go to the website and put in lump sum, it will immediately tell you whether you can take an application online or not. I don't believe so at this point, but it's worth checking on.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. And again, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm glad he called about that. We've talked about it, of course, in the past, where it's still, to me, it's a head scratcher for me that lawmakers, in their never-ending, quest to slice and save money, have not eliminated the death penalty or the death benefit that people can get. It's $250. I've asked before, now, do most people seek it out? Do most people know about it? I know that the funeral homes will often point out that you have this coming.
Often.
But short of that, I mean, does everyone apply for a death benefit?
No, they do not. And I would also probably say that if the funeral homes did not inform the general public about it, most people don't know about it.
I think I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
I mean, they
people
just
don't
wouldn't. And again, it's $250.
$255.
$255. So if your mother, father, a loved one passes away, you can automatically get this $255 death benefit.
Yes.
How do you, what is it? What are the qualifications to qualify to get it? What is it? They have to have been on Social Security?
No,
No?
they have to be insured for Social Security.
Insured,
if you
rather.
happen to die young, in your 40s or something like that, so long as you were insured for retirement later in life, you're insured for that benefit, and it's payable to a spouse if you're living in the household and or to children of the deceased.
And the whole idea back years and years ago was that it would help defray the costs of a burial, perhaps?
I'll speculate.
I'm just speculating on that. And of course, these days, I don't know if you've planned a burial lately, but they're a lot more expensive than that.
I imagine.
Which is one reason why when I go, this body's going to science.
Nick, you're going to live forever.
Dr. Bass can take me at the Body Farm in Knoxville. All right, we'll take a break on that note. When we come back, if you're on hold, stay there. The number 737-7587. If you want to join in the conversation, line's open. This guy knows his stuff. We'll be back right after this.